Well, all right. Come on, Kodak, get up. Come here. Come here, Kodak. I'm trying to get him in the thing. Come on, up. This is Kodak. Say hi. He's the only other person who wants to join. He just limping. Or went limp. Say hi. All right. No, he's just laying down. Normally he just stands there, but I've been teaching him how to lay down, and for the first time, he just laid down. That was awesome. So I guess it's working. All right, buddy. All right. So, Four Corners, Dallas, Texas. It's called Local Buzz. It's a honey rye golden ale. So one thing, I definitely had this from my buddies when I bought it. He was kind of, when you see honey, people get a little excited, but the honey has sugar, so the yeast will eat and consume the sweet part, the sugar, and it will actually tone down a little bit. So you have to understand when you try honey, really try and look for the other aspects of it. There is a little flower in there, a little aroma, because you know they get the pollen from the flower. So one of them, it was ADEK or something. No, ABCK. It's a type of brandy. It's another brand, and honestly, they do very well. They use our local honey. It's made in France. It has to be Armagnac barrels. And when they did it, instead of the sweetness, they focused on the honey, and they used very local honey. They ended up expanding the floral flavor in the alcohol, and that was beautiful. So it tasted sugary. It really got the flavor of the flower from the pollen, and it ended up multiplying it, and that was phenomenal. So this one might not do so much, but we'll see what happens. I love them. They're part of, one of them are part of the Brewers Guild. So I'm looking on who's on that Brewers Guild, fight for local brewery rights. And so the one that they won this year was Beers to Go. Buying beers to go on the premises benefits the company more. So a little pricey, but that money goes directly to the brewery. Other companies want them to distribute. But when you distribute, now you're producing that product for that, and then you got to drive that product, so then you got to hire people to get people familiar with your product that haven't had it. If you let it grow naturally, you don't pay for those people, so unfortunately there's those jobs, but then more money stays in there, so the jobs they do have, they can afford them. So it's a lot of different views on it, but it's simple. You want them thriving because they're providing jobs and they're helping people, and you want them to do well. So every time I go, go visit, and I try to get a couple beers to go. So. Inside, a crisp and refreshing golden ale, Texas-sourced honey gives the brewer a slightly sweet floral aroma, hints of rye malt, delivers a clean and zesty finish. Get your buzz on and enjoy, and because of the B8 buzz on. So what I love about these ones, the whole thing pops off, and you yank it off. I know Nebraska Brewing does it. I love it because when you're not hanging out, you don't have to worry about anything, but we're about to pour over here, so. Beautiful golden color. Rye in whiskeys and bourbons can be a little more spicy. With this one, it makes it a little more bold, but mellow. You know, like it doesn't taste as carbonate or full of carbs as just regular malt. So it's a little cleaner in a way, I guess it is. I get the concept of the honey, the little floral notes. And the rice would be more deep in, because like the barley malt, it's lighter, and when you toast it, it gains depth. But rye already has a natural little color to it, so you can smell the difference on that. It's the best way I can describe it. You literally have to look at them and try it yourself, and you're like, oh, duh. I just don't know how to put it into words. Sorry. So the hint of honey's in there, but it's very dry, and the rye deepens the flavor, but it's still pretty mellow. It's not overwhelming. It's not super strong. The hops in this are there, but they're not prominent. I get the beautiful hop bitterness at the end. Swish around a little bit, and so it's pretty balanced. Easy drinking. You can share with your friends. Anyone who's never had it. Let's see. 13% Plato, that's when they made it. The sugar concept, I can't remember how to describe it. 20 IBUs, so it's very mellow, 5.2. I remember that had to do with the gravity or something. So, oh yeah, that was the type of gravity. So that's the gravity depth. So if you put it's a little tool, has a tube. When you let it float, it'll read 0.013 when it's done. So when it's heavier and there's more sugars, it floats up more, and so you get a higher reading. And then when it's done, the yeast consumes the sugar and it goes down, but now you get alcohol in replacement of the sugar, but the density of this is less. So means 13% has to refer how thick it is, which is pretty light. It's definitely more than a lager, but less than an amber. Ambers have nice hearty bodies to them normally, so this is not like a wheat beer or anything. So if you don't like wheat beers, cool. This is your friend over here. You want a savory beer, nice floral hoppiness, but not too overwhelming, this is your buddy right here. So hopefully that's enough information to let you know if you like it or not. The honey gives flavor, but it doesn't give sweetness on this one. But I'm enjoying this. I like this one actually. My buddy didn't like it, but I loved it. So, yep, I like it. But I enjoy good hops. So there's little hops, 20 IBUs. This is an everyday drinking beer right there. So thank you once again, Four Corners. I did another one of the beers earlier, way earlier last year. But so far I've been enjoying the beer. Oh, the Corazon. That's what it was. That was their amber beer, and it is a hoppy amber, but it was nice. It was well balanced, not overwhelming. You can push your boundaries on that one, but it was solid. So thank you again, Four Corners. This is your beer for you. Hopefully this gets you to try it. So this one gets 2 thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. If you've been watching me, hopefully this is informative and you're looking at the can and you haven't had it yet, you try it. If you know it's not your style, cool. If you already had it, then write some notes. Thank you for watching me. I'm trying to just make this to where anybody that's not familiar or just running through his videos and go, oh, I saw that one. Do I want it? Hopefully there was enough description and breakdown of it that you're like, oh, I know. Or like, yeah. And then you try it. And then when you agree, then we're on the same page. And that's awesome. So do be safe. Holidays are still kicking hard. Don't drink and drive and do not fight each other. Just be safe. Have fun. Let's make this year finish off right and nice. So thank you for your time and you have a good night.